I had bought some more cadmium yellow. I was running out of that, but orange I didn't have, so I had to go buy some more. And yellow ochre. I like to use yellow ochre sometimes. So let's get a orangey gray going here. I'm just going to use the same pile. Orangey gray green. It's going to kind of feed off of this. I think we need to warm it up a little bit more. A little bit of red. Come on, red. It's kind of a yellow ochre. Let's see. So we're going to be going up here. There's going to be a tan strip going up on the sides, so I'm going to go like this. And I think it needs to be lighter. Because that's going to be a beige. Okay. I think that's about right. So right about there. And here is going to be the wall. Okay. I'm just going to fill all this in. We could gradually, let's add some more white to it. And a touch of red. And I'm just going to try to push that in. A little bit more white, a little bit more red. I see a transition from light to darker as it's fading across. So this side's just getting more light. Oops, sorry. Let me get up here. It's going to go all the way down. Towards the bottom it's kind of darker, so we can actually just use some of this here. Maybe even get a little bit more red. Oh, that red can go a long way. Just going to kind of come in here. It's kind of really just filling in the blanks. That bag had changed. I think I'm going to put some blue right around there. Alright. And then we're going back up to the lighter colors. That actually does need to go a little bit more square. Later on we'll put in the lines of the siding. I gotta remember to point the camera up. Okay, there we go. Right, just add some blue to the hoop. I'm going to splash in some color. As I'm going across. Alright. Getting some of this blue. Alright, now this chair is more of a rounded form and not as pointed. And I'm not worried about putting in the door. I'm not I'm not going to be doing that. Let's see, I just touch more red. I already got a bug on me. Already a bug on the painting. Right there. Okay, and as we go over, see, I'm trying not to put, I'm trying to make this transition because there's a split. Not showing up as much. Okay. Maybe even just a tiny bit of orange so it gets a little bit darker. A little warmer. And I'm liking that shape. Just got to be careful not to go too much of a change of color. Alright. Let's see if we can take some more red. Still working in the same pile. Okay. I'm kind of bouncing around as far as looking. Filling in shapes. I need to reserve some of this color and try not to change it too much for the slots in the back. This has an edge on the outside. As I go down, I can add a little bit more darker to it. Is this not seeing it as much? Maybe I can even float some red into it. I mean, why not? This is a painting, right? Even some blue. Alright, so done deal. Okay, now I need to put in the slats. I'll tell you what, let's go for the orange color, and then the slats, since it's less color that I'm putting into this shape, I'm going to just make it easy on myself and do the red. So I'm going to change brushes. Let's go get a different brush. This would be fine for that area. I'm going to clean my palette just a little bit. I'm going to work in this area right here. Clean this off. Okay. Alright, so let's start off with the red. Alright. And then I'm going to purple it up a little. I do need to kill some of it, so I'm just going to darken it just a little bit more. More red. Pull it back out some. A little bit of white. Let's see, more red. Okay, I think we're getting where I want to be. Okay, so this is going to go right in here, but I want to grade out more and then pull the color back in more. So I'm having to change quite a bit. Let's see. Alright. I think this is probably good for down in here. Alright. And as I go up, I'm going to gray it out some more. I'm really just chunking in red. I just demolished this pile of red. It does come over here. What is that? Oh, that's part of the... okay. Yeah, let me clean my brush a little bit. Hold on. I really want more red in here. This is cadmium red. Okay. I'm going to start off with the top over here. There is a highlight. I'm just going to leave that bare. Go like this. I'm just going to kind of blend some of that darker color in. And I think I'm going to try to leave part of the top not painted. I'm going to come back in with a lighter version. Still trying to use some of this dirty red here. I just wanted this to kind of be a little bit more lit up. I can put some a little bit more lighter colors in there. Okay. And then I go right on up. Okay, so that being like that, I want to kind of gray some of these. Well, for one, I think I could probably use the same color, and it can fill out this arm. And this armrest has to, you got to see the side right here that goes over, so it actually goes right about there. And then we work our way down. There's a highlight on the edge of that. I'm just going to go all the way down. It doesn't have that. Ooh, God, I had a sneeze coming on. It doesn't go all the way down because there's like a cap of whiter color there, but it does have an edge underneath it, like so. And then this front edge does go up and around. And this front edge, basically, this needs to go straight. I'm going back and forth, sorry. Oop. I think that's about it. Looking good. This side actually does need to go a little darker. I'm just going to bring in just a tiny bit of that to help. Okay, this goes just, this is really dark going down to here. I'm going to, well, our pot didn't quite go over, but that's fine. I'm going to add lib, and, well, it doesn't go, it goes right there, so that's fine as well. I think we're good. And as I go to the left, I'm just going to open it up a little bit more. A little more lighter color. Or not. Okay, this side is looking pretty good. Alright, so now we can fill in some of the, let's get over here on this side. Because this is going to be oh, that's going to have to change. Let me just do that now. Alright. Same color probably is hitting more or less over here, and then it just goes darker in here. Okay. Now I can use a little bit more red into this part. Boy, that's a tough one. Okay, it does go a little lighter. A little darker in the back. I'm just going to make, but I just want to change the value right about there. Alright, what else do we have? We got a back leg to go. It's real rich and red. You're going to use some of this cad red. I mean, those are in crimson. It's got a nice dark value there. And then a light value. One on the outside, and that's good. Let's make a nice smooth color for here. And it is, of course, even lighter in the leg section. Maybe even blew it up a tiny bit. Okay. think I want to start with this part. There's a shadow, a funky looking shadow that goes like this. Like that. Like that. And then I'm going to open it up even more. What I mean by opening up is just adding, I call it adding less value and maybe even more saturation into it, and just lightening it up. I'm going to go a little bit more. A little bit more white. Right, so I'm going to work with this. Hopefully I'm not tilting the camera too much. It's almost kind of getting some yellow in there. Alright, so I need an arch. Same paint. I am really going to town on the stick paint. I'm telling you. Alright. I think I can get some orange in there. This orange, I'm going to go like this. And then, let's use the same orange. I'm going to go okay. We pretty much got that. Let me I'll go down in here. Get this red here. And then it grays out. Go into the top. And then as you go to the left side, it's more. So I gotta clean my brush. Alright, so I'm kind of still liking this mixture. I'm going to put a little orange into it. Alright, got that. Now we can put some red. Alright, so it's got a slot in the middle. I'm going to put some of this light that's coming through right there. So right above, we got a slot in the middle, and there's color, another slot, and then color. The color is like right in here. And it's like a triangle. And then maybe hit some orange, and then there's another one right here. Alright, so that's good for that. We can put the slots. Let's just do that. Grab this. And going back into this green mixture here. I'm going to do the slot in the middle. And of course it's not wanting to go over because I am painting wet into wet, so I'm just going to punch it up just a little bit. Alright. I got to move that one over actually. And then one more over here. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another one. Alright. Then as we go to the bottom, it just darkens up. So I'm going to just get a little bit of color like that, and I'm going to darken it up even more. And this side is going to arch. Like so. I'm just arching it like this. Okay. I'm going to get some of that green. I'm going to kind of kill it a little. To fill in like so. Alright, so now we can do the shadow that's on this wall down in here. We could use the same colors. I think I'm just going to darken it up a little bit more, darker green, a little bit red, some of that yellow ochre. So I need that, needs to be just a little darker, and that's about it. Okay, so, and it's going to just fill in pretty much all of this down to here. could come over and, well, I think it literally just leads right up to it, so that's good. Good enough. As the shadow part approaches, the shadow's got to be pretty crisp. I'm going to fill in this bit. And then this is all dark. To here, right? Yeah. And that's why it has a kink to. Let's see. I think this. Alright, it changed a little bit. I think I'm going to go. Like so. You can even add a little blue to it. Okay. Add a little red so that this is needing to be darker underneath. Coming with the blue. Some of the sky's coming to hit the shadow. I'm just going to take some of that light blue, pull in, kind of infuse it all the way up to my to go to there. Right. A little bit more blue. This light's going to move pretty quick, and then we'll carry it back into the dark. Like so. And then I think I'm going to just, these bricks, oh geez. All these bricks. Let's do two sets. I'll just do, I'm changing my mind on it. I just want to make them a little wider. And I don't know, I'm not sure. I think that's fine. We'll go like that and we'll make lines. Slowly going out. Like so. Maybe even one more. But, I think that's good. All right. And then we'll continue with the shadow. What the heck? Let's just make this. We're going to have to come back on top with some highlights. These are roundish kind of bricks on the bottom, if you can see. We kind of have the corners are rounded, so let's just round them all. They round in and they round out. I'm going to have to adjust some of this light to resize these bricks. Okay. We can go a little more earthier for this part. These bricks do have, they're not all quite lined up. These are just floating in the ground. I think this needs to be like that, maybe. I might have to adjust some of that. Okay. And then we have to come back in with more light on top, but this I'm just adding some color underneath. There we go. Let's go ahead and start doing the bag. So it needs to be a gray, red. Just kind of catching some of this tone in here. Just to go a little bit lighter. Actually, I could probably just use that color there. I think that's good. And as it's on the right, it's kind of, so this shadow does have a shadow that comes up, and it kind of wraps, it starts to wrap. Like so. I'm just going to make it just a tiny bit darker on the right. As it goes up and away. Okay. I'll fade it out a little right there. Need a little bit of white. Boom. That's a nice, decent shape. Maybe a couple of splashes of gray. Alright, now I'm going to need to change my brush. Go to fill in the light area. I'm just going to use this one. And I need to clean the palette. Palette's a bit of a mess right now. I'm not sure if I can use this white or not, but I'm hoping I can. Need to add more white. More white. Clean the palette. Just gonna clean this section off here. Okay. Okay. Oh, I didn't add the white. I'm trying to hurry up here. Add the white, hurry! Time's ticking. Time is ticking. So in general, I want to kind of make this like a creamy yellow tannish. I mean, I'm pretty close to being there, right there, really. I'm gonna start here. Alright, that's good. Maybe even a little bit of that. There we go. Alright. Let's work our way down. And I'm just going to fill this in. I do have a black edge on the right side. That definitely does not need to be there. That's close enough. Alright, so now I need to do a little more yellow. A tiny touch of orange. Lots of medium. I'm just going to fill this in here. Let's just fill in the whole much as possible. Like so. The open areas I try to fill before I start creeping up on, and all of this underneath here. See, it's starting to turn red because I had red in there. Let's go ahead and fill in the rest. Doing these highlights are kind of tricky. Okay. I'm going to put in this and I think that's about the color I want. I'm going to put in the plastic bucket. What the heck? Plastic bucket goes about there. I'm going to make the bottom side just a little bit bluer. Ah, perfect. And then there's a red. Okay, I forgot about that part. Actually, I think I'm going to make it a little bit more bluer. A little red. And just send it back further. More bluer. I just want it different than that. Which is basically there. Now let's go ahead and get the lighter version of that. This is a metal. On. The metal that's on the shovel. Alright, done deal. Maybe a little red. This one's gonna go up. Like so. I'm going to switch my brush and we're going to start going. The shapes on the pillow, I'm not going to worry about. I'll do that later. I'm going to start doing the bag. So this bag, according to the color I had, was blue, which is still not going to be the blue I want. Let's see what I can get out of this. This is a nice blue for the shadow part. I'm going to extend the blue part. Like so, even though it's not looking like that. I'm going to come up, make a center. It's like a barcode there or something, but let's just go ahead and go up. I'm going to lighten it up a bit. And then really lighten it up. Okay, with that same color, I can probably put some right there. Some right there. Go back in the blue. Dark one right there. A little bit less dark. Right there. Really darker mix. Right there, a line there, and we'll just do this. Oh, that's good. That's the blue. The blue's done. Now let's go ahead and I need a gray. That's good. This gray goes right in here. Just catching some of that red. I need a more orangier gray. got a lot of that blue trying to work its way out. I'm trying to get the bottom of the bag. So that's kind of right around this color. Yeah, that's about, well, that's about right. You can continue on there. Can't use that color anywhere else. Need more orange, need more brown. There's some kind of pot there. In here. Alright. These pots kind of basically come up to about so. And there's green on the underside. I'm just going to grab some of this yellow, venture into some blue. That's good enough. Right here. I'm going to go up even higher with it. Trying to simplify it now. Get a really good light yellow. This is about fine. I'm just going to like that. More yellow. Like that. I'm going to clean my brush some. So let's just go like this. It does have a red. Some flowers here that are kind of light. Let me clean my brush and get the yellow around the red. Right there. Alright, so I'm going to get I'm going to see what this is doing. Tell you what, let's get some of this yellow. Didn't quite do what I was wanting. This is a more orangey yellow. And then around here is going to be the red circle. Alright, it does kind of go scoop in. Let's go ahead and get the red. It is darker on this side. lighten the red up a little. It's more of a gray. Okay. Now I want to clean my brush. I like this brush. I don't have another one. It's this size. It's just about the right size. I'm just using some I was going to say olive oil, but no. This is refined linseed oil. Alright. I still want a nice clean yellow. And there's a gray on this side. It does have a green tone there. Okay. Let's do the brown planter. The darker side is here. I could probably use that here. No, well, that could probably go a little bit darker. Now I need it to open up a bit. So this is my opening up a bit. I'm going to just use a little bit of dark. Like so. Then I can use this as the gray. And then that has got to go dark. That's good. Alright. I need a purple-ish color for the shadow here. Alright, so now we need to strengthen this shadow. Really dark red. Like so. There's another one. Like so. Yeah. And I'm going to put some of this torn bag here like so. That's good. Now let's get this side of that, which needs to be a light color. Start kind of here. Yeah, that's good. Maybe a little bit lighter. That's good. Alright, so that's done. Now we need to open up the back, so we need to clean the palette. Hold on. So I need to paint the sunlit green grass that's in the background. And if I'm lucky, we can finish the jobs for the weekend, which turns out this painting is done on the weekend, Saturday. I had to double check, make sure my video is still going. I'm going to clean my brush. Do it real quick. I don't use mineral spirits because that pretty much reeks up everything. Used to use it, but not anymore. Let me add, I'll clean this one. Still clean. I'll clean the palette off soon. I'm thinking I can finish this paint today. Hopefully. The light is moving. It definitely is moving. So I pretty much got what I want. It helps having everything blocked in. I need some more yellow paint. I have some more yellow paint back here. Let's take a look. Oh, here it is. Yellow and orange. Hold on. Just need to get a nice clean yellow. Okay, so my brush is fairly clean. Not the cleanest. In fact, I think I got some more brushes over there. Let me see if I can get this. Got this one, this square one. So my first, I mean, you can't really tell in the video, but in my view, I'm seeing more of the light right from here that way. So I don't think it really matters too much. I just want to get that in. This is a nice green, light green. And everything else is pretty much going to go dark, so darker. You can even start using some of this. Oh, this green does go on the other side of this post. Oh, I don't think you're seeing this as I'm painting it. Okay. Let's go ahead and start getting a little bit more green. I'm not sure if this is, That's good. So this part I'm kind of ad-libbing the meaning of this, kind of just getting some green in here. Not really paying attention too much. But as I come forward, I'm just going to make it just slightly more warmer and darker. So the goal of these paintings is to simplify, to capture an impression. And so then here I'm just going to get I think those are bricks, right? Oh, okay, I gotta go right there. That's fine. Okay, that's cool. Alright. I kinda even want to just take some of this. Like that, and then work into this light brown mixture here. Alright, and then I'm going to make it just slightly more darker on the upswing of this path. Like so. And I'll start building the bag. Alright, so some blue, some brown. Let's go more brown and get it to go more. That's about right. It is definitely warm today. This has more reflection in the side coming through. Can probably even, I'm really digging this white here. Digging into this white. Oop, a big chunk of something there. And then it goes dark green. Let's just get some of this blue here. Touch of the red. I'm just going to get a little of that color there. And I'm going to go with some orange. Here, I think I want it yellow. I think that needs to be lighter. Trying to see how much I can actually get away with here without having to go back into the pile. Oof. Okay. And then that bag's got to go gray. So I need to switch brushes. I need more white. I'm going to clean this white pile up. Alright, so I got a little bit of, go about this dark for this section. And then a little bit notice I'm really pushing into the sides there. Okay. Now I'm trying to work into these bricks. Which are tough. some colors here. I'm just kind of getting in. Like there was some green grass there. This brownish color. I'm going to work right up to the bag. Oops, sorry. I'm completely turning away. Okay. I'm kind of ad-libbing some of these stones. I don't have to look exactly like what I'm seeing. I kind of want to go more of a gray-blue for the tops of these stones. And I think that's just right. I'm going to avoid some to make highlights, to make it easier, to make it a little bit brighter. So, black strip there, how about right there? Let's see where else. Maybe a slightly darker tone for this one. Alright, so that's good. Let's clean the brush and put those highlights in. There'll be a really wide difference. Liking it really good. Starting with the white, working that in, and then getting a little bit of that orange in there. Kind of feel yellow and some orange. That looks good. And this is just a different highlight. It's just got more yellow in it. Right. We can use the same mixture for the cobbles. I'm just going to fill it in. Just much as I can. Within the whites. Alright, all these aren't really white actually, so I'm gonna come in and edit that with some of this mixture. Like this cobblestone. It's not gonna be as dark. Let's kind of continue some of the shade. Like it's going across. Okay. Some of that's got to go dark. Trying to introduce a little bit more form to these cobbles. Okay. And let's do the bricks. These bricks, unfortunately, has got a center line all the way down. Alright. And bricks are always straight. Some of these have gaps. And some of these bricks have shade. This is my shade. Alright, so I'm going to say it's a tree. And the tree pretty much does that. But it also has blurred out edges that go like so. Now we got to fill in those bricks. So those bricks need to be something like this. Say like that. I stay away from the dark as much as possible. So I probably should have filled up the bricks first rather than having to beat around the bricks in the shadows. Let's fill in First, I gotta straighten up the camera. The camera's going crooked. My cameraman is gonna get fired here pretty soon. Alright. Just like so, and within those areas are some of these bricks are tilted, some aren't, so I can come in and make one tilted. This one's tilted. It's just tilted. Trust me. Maybe have a little bit of coloration in some of these bricks. Alright, so I do need to come back in and darken some of these. Alright, so it's looking pretty good overall. Not bad. Let's go ahead and do the shovel. The shovel has a highlight on the side. The lighting has changed some on the shovel, but that's fine. This paint should still be wet. And I kind of want it to go a little darker. It actually puts the highlight just where it needed to be. Okay, so now we got to do the gray post. There's some gray right here. This gray needs to be nice and gray. Of course, it goes all the way up. Let's reinstate this. Make it nice and straight. Okay, so we need another bar. And I have no confidence in this gray that I was using. And of course it goes higher than the fence, so it goes way up there. Then there's some like linkage, like attachments. There's one that's like right there. That's cool. We'll just put another one down here. What the heck, right? Okay. And then we need a thin paint. Thin brush, really. This rigger This rigger's a little stiff on me. I'm gonna hope that's gonna be okay for doing this. Let's start here. This is all done by hand. I'm not sure if my diamonds are going to be perfectly straight, but I think so. I'm kind of wondering if those are going to be too dark. Okay, so if we just follow this pattern all the way up. Kind of digging into the paint. More like I'm smearing part of it. Okay. Now I just need to do the hose and some. I need blue. Let me find my blue. I normally use the Windsor Blue Red Shade. I don't go with green. I think there's a green shade. Or it's, because I kind of want the purple and the blue. Oh, I need brown too. And the brown I use is the burnt sienna. Getting close to being finished. Let me get some of this white. I just want to make a like the bag is being torn. Alright, so now I want to do just a little alright. That's a little better. That's a little better. We need to, or I need to, I keep saying we. And then the red. Maybe we'll put some highlight, or actually it probably needs to go dark. Darker. And then we'll just use this for the bucket. And then we can start putting in, we got a different, I know I'm totally making a mess here. This nice brush here. What a nice, like, green blue. Which side are you going to be on, green? Okay, there's a heart. There. There's another one over here. There's another one right here. Alright, so there's another one right here. There's one right here. We won't go in the light with that color. Unfortunately, we don't really have any. It's going to show us we kind of missed, but everything else is in shadow, so that's okay for now. One there, I mean, some of this we're not going to have perfect. We'll go like that, and maybe we'll repeat. It needs to have a heart shape, right? Okay. And then another heart. Like so. patterns like that. So now let's go ahead and just we need this color. We'll just use this color. Then there's like a maybe we'll have another one on the top here. Okay. And then a blue grayish something in the middle of it. We'll just use that same mixture. We'll go with a heart-shaped flower there. Okay. Some green. We'll just fill that up. Okay, that's looking good. I see some lights that I kind of wish I had. Within that little sign here. I like my text writing. Pretty cool, huh? Alright. Okay, so now we gotta clean the brush. Let me just take all of these. Whoops. We're a little messy today. Let me just get another brush. I'm literally doing this one-handed, guys, so that's why it's a little bit chaotic. Alright, so now let's continue with the black-ish color for the hose. So there was a hose here. like so. And then this part is going to go like something like this. Okay, now let's put, let me clean this brush. I'm going to work the lighter parts of the hose. And I think I'm going to snake it up. I'm going to snake this part up a little. Whoops, sorry. This part of the hose that comes up to the wall. I don't want it to go matching. I'll go there. And then is it in front? No, it goes behind. Okay, so it goes behind. Well, it went behind the jug, but I'm going to make it go behind the shovel. Right? And then I need something that's going to show that it's coming this way. Oh, that's what this one was. It does some stuff. Alright, so now I need to work the highlights on the hose. And maybe some more highlights. And yeah, let me get some more highlights in the rocks over here. I'm kind of not putting it all. Alright, so the hose is pretty much a gray, grayish white, and gray, green, brown mixture. I'm not really sure if it's going to show up that good. Because it's pretty dark there. the siding. Let me get something to darken that. So let's do the siding. It's exciting to do siding. Orange. Really want this orange to show through. That's good. Alright, so there's 1, 2, 3 grooves before you hit the top. See? Count 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4. Yeah. Okay, the first one goes there. I pretty much want it even with that. The second one, oh, this one's going to. So this is wet on wet. We might have to reinstate some of this. One, two. That's the middle. About there. Three. In the middle of this one. Alright. That's that. So we just need to continue these lines. This way. Okay. I would say that's it. I'll call it done. That was a fun painting. Let's go ahead and sign it. Oh, wait a minute. This spot's bothering me. I mean, we can leave bits of white. It's okay to have bits of white in your painting. I'm just gonna go like that. That's good enough for me for right now. I'm going to make a highlighter, a highlight in the dark. Okay, this is just for the legs, just to show, you know, there's a leg there. Oh man, this one's not sitting right. But I'm kind of okay with it. Like there's something there. There's just some stuff. Sometimes you can ad lib, right? I think I really want that chair to glow, so let's see. This is a point where you can change stuff up and put into whatever you feel. And then we get that, we need to clean the palette. I'm going to clean my hands too. I use gloves, so hopefully you can hear me. This red, kind of red light. This is Lucas brand. I'm just going to just put a daub there. Hopefully, let's just change brushes. We're almost done with this paint. Nice clean one. Alright, so I think that's good. And then we can put, I'm going to try to get it a little wider. That's what it's looking like now. That's good. Okay, so now we can, mess around with some details. Just because now we have a little bit more time. I'm putting extra dark stuff. We're going to reinforce some of these brick lines. All right. Pillow was a tough one to do. I do like that other highlight that's on the edge. I think I'll add that in there. To the edge of the pillow, it's closer to the chair. Wonder if I can actually get it. I think I can. There we go. I think that's it. That's got to be done, right? Not quite. I like this most. I just got shoved in the corner there between the fence, the water hose. It's got one of those water hose wands on it. Maybe a little right there. This needs to be a little bit darker. Just reinforcing that edge there. And some of this color right here. So I'm looking at my painting, but I'm also looking at it on the cell phone screen. I'm recording it with the cell phone. That highlight's just pushing it. You're pushing them in. You're pushing your luck. Let's see if I can grade the highlight. So I'm trying to get a. I don't want to go into that highlight. I'm going to go like right on the edge of it. And I think I do need to get, that needs to connect, and it needs to go somewhat closer like that. Okay. think that's it. Yep. Well, let's see. Not quite done. Like I could keep doing more. I can keep doing more, but I'm trying not to put too much in. I'm going to put some solid yellow. Solid yellow. In that bag there. Oh, we gotta put the faucet in. So this faucet is pretty simple. It kind of goes in. We can put. Let's see. Like that, and then the rest of it goes a grayish tone. Oh, it is already gray there. Maybe in the green, greenish blue, and then there we go. There it is. Alright, let's go ahead and sign. I'll tell you what, wait a minute. I gotta do a little cleanup around the edges. This is going into a photo frame. Let's see, let's just go like this. I'm a little concerned in going in. Good. So I'm trying not to put too much. Oh, yeah. Right, like that. And over here, this is just the gesso. I can make it a little bit more, but I want to get over here on the right. This is what I was really wanting. Because you don't want a whole lot of white floating around down on here, these edges. Okay. I'm going to push that in, and actually I'm going to just go back and reinforce some of this. I think I'm going to edit out some of this white. for good. Let's go ahead and sign. Where are we going to sign this thing? I think it would be good over here on the right. So, I think I will change my brush. Try not to use every brush underneath the sun, but I think this brown one is going to do good. And clean this off quick. Normally I use red, and red would be just fine. For this area, I'm just going to take my finger and just smudge that. Maybe even kind of smush some stuff around. And there we go. That's the scene, and then that's the painting. It's a good impression, all done in one go. I think I'm going to change one thing. It's going to lighten up some of this. It's a little too dark. To go in. Just wanted to make that a little bit more believable in shade. There we go, done. Thank you for watching. Whoa, wait a minute. Not finished yet. There's one more. One more issue. This side is too light. This side's too red. So, I think I need to redden it up a little bit more. Oh, that's so not quite there. Yeah, I think that's good. Bug. One more thing I see is this edge. Okay. I'm going to add more color. I'm just grabbing some of this blue and I'm eliminating shadows. Illuminating, putting more light into the shadow. Makes it a little bit more believable. Okay, well, let's see. We have a long raking shadow. I mean a highlight. Some parts of the highlight are nice and good. Not quite sure about that one. Okay, I think that's fine. Yep, okay, done. Alright, thank you for watching. Hope you watch for the next upcoming video. I'm not sure where it's going to be, but it'll be a fun one. And this is 18 by 24. 18, 24. Alright, bye for now.